Oh god. She's killed Sonic, skinned him, and she's wearing him as a suit. This should be rated M. Hello everybody, I'm Garrulous64 and welcome back to Sonic Mania Mods. Today, I wasn't expecting to make a video, but Sonic Mania and Hatsune Miku came out, and I decided, hey, you know what? Let's check that out, because I've seen stuff about it on Twitter. From what I can tell, from reading some stuff about it on the Gamebanana page, there's a whole lot changed. So I'm going to take us through maybe a level and a couple bosses in this video, and then if you want to see a live stream, I will live stream it, as I've been known to do with Mania mods in the past, like Repainted and Sonic Mania and Sonic very recently. Let's jump into a no-save game with Miku and Tails. Okay, so we got a cutscene. The year is 20XX. Is Mega Man here too? Suddenly, a huge portal opens behind Miku. The crowd screams in terror, but Miku remains oblivious, and is pulled in. The Phantom Ruby's a bitch like that, isn't it? When Miku awakens, she's in a strange forest, in a strange costume. A talking fox with two tails explains the situation. He explains that the CEO of Krypton Future Media, the company that created Miku, has invaded this world. And even worse, he's not alone. He's assembled a team of past corporate sponsors and allies to assist in his takeover. Gotta say, I'm hooked already. He plans to install Miku as the mascot of the world and establish dominance over something called a Sega. Even worse, the world's hero, a hedgehog named Sonic, vanished after his last adventure. Yeah, he's dead. She's wearing him like a suit, we've already established this. Miku's mysterious new attire gives her Sonic's abilities. Deciding that she hates the CEO's plan for the future, she teams up with the fox named Tails to fight back and free the world from Krypton's control. Fight, Miku. Fight for everlasting peace. Alright, well here we go. Miku in the Sonic suit. And so far, it's business as usual. We're drop dashing, we're collecting rings, and we're running through Green Hill Zone. I feel like Miku could even get sick of Green Hill Zone from just one run through. I know the entire fan base is already. Now, I know next to nothing about this character. I just know, you know, since I've been on YouTube, I've seen some, like, Vocaloid remixes and stuff, because you just come into the path of them after being on the site for a while. You've probably seen at least one, even if you weren't specifically looking for it. I mean, I remember mostly the video where she's spinning the leak around, and I googled that before I started this, and it's now stuck in my head, and I don't think it's ever going to leave. Like, I would actually appreciate it if someone would send help. Okay. I don't like how those legs are swirling like wheels like that. I mean, I know classic Sonic is kinda known to have the figure 8 legs, but it's very disturbing seeing it from behind in 3D. Oh, and I guess if I turn left to right here, you can see it is actually Miku. Even though the model's, like, not crazy different, it's a nice touch. I like that you can see her hair poking out, so it's kind of like, oh yeah, I'm not playing as Sonic. Sonic's gone. Was his last adventure Sonic Forces? Maybe he decided to go take a good long look at his career and reflect on things. Well, his last adventure couldn't be Sonic Forces because this is kind of the prequel. So like I said, I know next to nothing about Hatsune Miku, so I did a quick Google search. And, when I typed in, is Hatsune Miku, the first result on Google was, is Hatsune Miku real? I think we need to take a good long look at ourselves as a species and ask ourselves, if she was real, would most of her body weight be contained in her hair? I mean, have you seen the hair? Some unnaturally long hair, and I'm sure someone's gonna point out, oh yeah, no, people can have hair that length, but should you? Is Miku a good influence? Should I also dye my hair green? Well, you know what, some people do that too, so maybe Hatsune Miku is a good influence. Certainly better than me. Alright, so we got our first changed boss here. Like I said, I know nothing about the Hatsune Miku mythos. There was a readme inside the game's files that said, don't read me until you've played the game, because it contains spoilers. I didn't read it, because... I mean, I'm not sure why I didn't read it, because I'm not sure if I care about spoilers in this context. But it might have helped me, because it probably would have been able to tell me some of the stuff that's going on here. But regardless, we've got man in green robot suit, and I assume he's got something to do with Hatsune Miku, otherwise he wouldn't be here. Okay, here we go. We got blonde woman in capsule. Also, I checked the readme, and this is Scarlett Johansson, because apparently her and Miku were in a commercial at the same time before. What an interesting confrontation we have here. So, is this the actual twist ending to the new Avengers movie? I like the faces drifting by in the waves back there. You know what, now that I think about it, those faces drifting by back there really make me feel like I'm being watched, and I don't think I'm too into that. Alright, the Puyo Arena approaches, and all of the blue balls have Puyo eyes. I think they're meant to be Puyo balls. Or whatever Puyos are. Maybe they're their own thing. Again, I haven't played Puyo either, so I'm just so in the dark about everything. Apparently this is a character from Puyo. I think her name is Arl or something. I don't know how to pronounce the name though, so please don't crucify me. Really appreciate it if you didn't, but you know what, if you have to, that's up to you. When I hold the down button, Miku looks really excited. Her mouth just hanging agape like that. She's absolutely amazed by what's going on right now. See if you're amazed after this. Yeah, no, that doesn't look like amazement anymore. That looks like, I don't know, the realization of your own mortality. Dominopolis? I like the sound of that. Just sounds fun to say, Dominopolis. Now, I do know one thing about Miku when it comes to Domino's Pizza. If you watch Vinesauce, you might have seen Vinny's playthrough of Yonoid 2. Look at that. That's actually really nice looking. After his playthrough was over, and, you know, he was very confused about the final boss being... I think the character's name was Mike Hatsune, or something like that. And, I mean, understandably so. He was given a video that showcased a Hatsune Miku and, like, Domino's Pizza crossover app that came out in Japan only, for obvious reasons. I don't know what the deal was, I kind of forget, but I think there was some kind of, like, augmented reality technology that made Miku dance on your pizza box or something. That's just thrilling. I love it when tiny people dance inside my pizza box. I hope they wipe their shoes. Hot dogs. Okay. I don't really have anything to say for that. Besides the fact that now I feel a little bit more hungry than I did a minute ago. Don't usually get hungry with the popcorn thing, because I can't eat popcorn. Hot dogs, on the other hand, I could go for one. I like that close-up on his face. I feel like I'm watching a Domino's commercial. There's the Noid! Oh, and he too looks like a Simpson. Just like the Doki Doki Literature Club mod that I covered before. Oh no, look how worried he looks when I smash into his cockpit. I probably could have worded that better. I'd like a redo on that, please. Again, if you want to know the specifics... Oh, look how sad he got! I killed his father. But anyway, if you want to know the absolute specifics of everything in this mod, you can check in the README for the mod. I don't actually have it pulled up at this moment, so it's kind of hard for me to close the game and go check it. But I believe that was, like, the CEO of Domino's Japan or something, if I remember the README correctly. Deep Dish Cheeseway, I love that name. Well, I see a familiar face up there. We're gonna be fighting Metal Miku or something much more terrifying. Just kidding, I know exactly what we're fighting. He's here! Oh man, he's looking slick too. Get a nice propeller backpack. Now, a while back I made a video about Yonoid 2 as well, and I have to say that game is absolutely a joy to play. I wasn't expecting very much, but I saw so many people talking about it that I thought, hey, you know what, there must be something cool about it. And it's just a really amazing and fun 3D platformer. Albeit a little bit hard in some areas, maybe a little tedious here and there. But the Noid doesn't come from that game, obviously. It is the... Look at the Noids in the test tubes! Oh my god, they're horrified. I think these are the beta Noids. They were put to death before their time, and their frozen faces of horror are the last thing that ties them to this world. This is really making me wonder about what it would be like if the Noid was the main antagonist of Sonic Heroes. You can imagine all of the teams are replaced with just different pizza companies, and the Noid is trying to track them all down and copy all of their recipe data. And then we have, of course, how the heck would you turn the Noid into Metal Overlord? Just make him a gigantic abomination covered in pizza boxes? At the very end of the game, the Noid's like, why can't I beat you? And Sonic goes, because we're not delivery, we're DiGiorno! Pepsi Zone? Oh, well, I mean, besides the fact that it's my least favorite area of the game, at least we have a literal Pepsi here. I can't even make the joke, huh? You gonna make it for me? You know, I am actually drinking a Pepsi right now, too, so that's kind of funny. When I saw that in the README, I was pleasantly surprised. I've always kind of preferred Pepsi to Coke. I'm not sure why. Feel free to, again, kill me. And who do we have? It's Pepsi Man! The greatest mascot of all time. You know, I really do like the Noid, but Pepsi Man just kinda takes the Coke in my book. I see Sonic's in the sky. It's out of remembrance. Never mind, he's here. I didn't actually read about this one in the README. So, why is Sonic our opposition? I thought we had the same goal, trying to save his world. But, I guess instead we're caught in the middle of the conflict and we're just gonna kill everybody. And Miku will take the spotlight from now on, which kinda makes a lot of sense, I guess. She's used to the spotlight, right? This mod seems like it has had so much work put into it, but at the same time, it's probably one of the strangest things I've ever played in Sonic Mania, and I've played things like Hard and Corrupted and Sonic Mania Repainted. Also, let's get a look at Super Miku real quick. So we haven't seen Super Miku. I didn't have the Chaos Emeralds when I was running through this little mini playthrough, but I guess there we go. Flying around in all her glory. I don't know, I wish I had a hoodie that could make me fly around, that'd be pretty cool. All I got is some useless regular hoodies. Okay, I wouldn't call them useless, they are fairly stylish. That's not true. But they at least keep me warm when I don't feel like turning the heater on. You know, like, my heater's like 7 steps away from me usually, and my sweatshirt's usually on the back of my chair. So it really enables me to be as lazy as I possibly can be, which is very efficient for when I'm trying to make videos. You know, those extra 7 steps, those extra 2 seconds it would take me to turn on my heater? Forget about that. I'm gonna maximize the use of my time, my friends. You know what, maybe Sega sent Sonic to try and stop everybody. Sega noticed something was going on inside of it, and they were like, Sonic the Antibody, go put a stop to this disease. And Sonic will eliminate anything in his path because he doesn't know any better. Now, do we have an actual different ending, or is Miku going to go to Sonic Forces as well? If she does, I apologize in advance for what you find there. After entering the portal, Miku arrived back in Green Hill Zone, along with Sonic. Hey, alright, she didn't have to go to Forces, that's pretty good. Sonic explained where he'd been, in another dimension, helping another Sonic. Well, okay. So, this did happen after Sonic Forces, that's bizarre, I kinda mentioned something like that earlier, right? He was on his way back when he'd seen Miku and mistook her for a bad guy. But the battle was over, and order was restored to Sonic's world. Look at that. Sonic, you didn't do anything. You actually tried to ruin things at the very end, and if you had, I'm assuming everything that would have happened afterwards would probably have been chalked up to being your fault. Whoa, what? I'm sorry, that Klonoa thing at the very end there really caught me off guard because I really love the character. Back when I had my Vita, I was playing the original and I almost made it to the end, but actually I'm not really even sure how far I got into it. I assumed it was almost over because I felt like I was playing it forever, but I was having such a fun time. Maybe I'll stream those games at some point. If you want to see that, please let me know. But if that's actually a real announcement, I'm ready to see Klonoa Mania. Also, one thing I'm a little disappointed about. Best Sonic character, Hatsune the Pigeon, didn't even make a cameo. How could he not make a cameo when their names are almost identical? I mean, sure, one is an actual pigeon, and the other one's a virtual pop star, but I'd like to think that they're not too different on the inside. Well, that is going to be everything for today, so if you liked this video and you're not subscribed already, please make sure you do so you can keep up with more Mania mods and other things that aren't Mania mods, because I do a lot of things. As usual, everything will be in the description in case you want to download it and play it for yourself. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.